Their marriage was nothing but a contract, a cold agreement without love. But everything fell apart the moment she found out that she was pregnant and someone was lying. Her name was Anna, a calm, gentle girl of 26, with dark chestnut wavy hair and attentive brown eyes, always reflecting a quiet sadness. She looked delicate, but there was an unexpected persistence in her, the kind that only emerges in those life has repeatedly cornered. All her youth, Anna worked without rest, barely making ends meet. And when her mother became seriously ill, expenses soared, and hope began to vanish. And at that very moment, fate introduced her to someone who would change everything. Mark Ridley, the owner of the city's largest construction corporation. Cold, composed, closed off, a man who seemed incapable of feeling. He offered Anna a deal. 1 year of marriage, supported events, separate rooms, no feelings, no intimacy, and most importantly, no children in exchange. Mark promised to pay for her mother's treatment and clear her debts. Anna understood. This wasn't a romance. This wasn't destiny. This was survival. And she signed the contract. Mark's house was huge, luxurious, and utterly lifeless. She felt like a guest who had been forgotten, never told where the light switches were. Mark greeted her coldly. At public events, we are a married couple. Here, everyone lives their own life. He spoke calmly, but there was a hint of exhaustion in his voice, as if his heart had long stopped trusting people. At first, they hardly spoke, but Anna noticed small things. An umbrella left by the door on a rainy morning, a blanket quietly draped over her shoulders, medicine for a headache. He never admitted it was him. But she knew, and for the first time she wondered, was Mark really as cold as he wanted everyone to believe? At a business evening, Mark held her waist too confidently. His gaze softened. He listened as if every word she spoke mattered. One guest whispered, "Incredible. He's different around you." Anna felt something she hadn't felt in a long time, warmth and danger. Late at night, returning home, Anna heard Mark's voice in the hallway. The contract stays the same, no changes, even if she starts to feel something. The words hit harder than she expected and reminded her. She wasn't a wife here. She was a clause in a document. A week later, she felt nausea, dizziness, weakness. At first, Anna thought it was stress, but when her period was late, she bought a test and saw 2 lines. She sat motionless as if time had stopped. Pregnant. Although, according to the contract, intimacy had never occurred. It was impossible. Anna stayed silent. She was afraid. Afraid of accusations, afraid of losing her mother's hope for treatment. She hid her symptoms, averted her gaze, tried to play the role of healthy. But Mark noticed everything. "You look unwell." "What's happening?" he asked one day. She quietly replied, "Just tired." And everything collapsed one evening. Mark saw the test package in the trash. He picked it up, and in his eyes appeared fear for the first time, and something else, something he couldn't hide. Late at night, he entered her room, stopped in the doorway, looked at her for a long, heavy moment, and quietly said, "Tell me, you're pregnant." She stayed silent. Mark stepped closer. His voice dropped, dangerous. "If it's true, then one of us is lying. And it is not me." If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It helps me continue releasing new chapters. Thank you for listening.